How big was your graduating class?
Uh, Jeez, just a little over 100, I think, 120 something.
So it was small then.
Yeah, our whole school, we only had about 500 kids, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Might have had a little over 600 maybe, something like that. And my junior year, we actually won our Mississippi Valley Conference championship in football. We had the smallest team in the whole Mississippi Valley Conference, and we won that year. So needless to say, we were pretty proud of that. And it came down to the final game of the season. We played in Iowa City, and our stadium was jam-packed full of people from our school and their school. It was Cedar Rapids, Washington, and we had each lost one game that season. So we were tied for first place. So whoever won that game won the conference title. It came down to 5 seconds on the clock, and we were behind by a point. And our kicker went to kick a field goal. It hit the upright. Louis Vilhauer was his name, biggest guy on the team, but he was the biggest baby you ever saw in your life, so he turned him into our kicker. Anyway, he kicked the ball. It's up. Flag goes up. They get called for offsides. It hits the upright and bounces out, back out. But they get called for being offside, so we get to re-kick the ball 5 yards closer. It goes through with no time left on the clock, and we win. So, needless to say, it was a pretty fun game.
Did you ever win one after that?
I don't think so. Like I say, we were the smallest school by far. We'd have a total student enrollment of maybe 600 or 700 kids, and the other schools we were going against had enrollments of well over 1,000, some close to 2,000. So our line would average maybe 175, 80 pounds. Their lines were averaging 240, 45. That's a bit of a deficit to try to make up, especially in high school, you know. So, but like I say, the one year we did win. We did good the next year, but we didn't win the conference championship.
So were you good at wrestling? Was your team good?
Yeah, we were pretty good. The University of Iowa was the big draw for wrestling in Iowa City, but we did pretty good at City High also. We we never won our conference championship, but we always did really well at states. We had a state tournament every year, and we always have quite a few guys in that, and we'd win our fair share of weight classes. So we did pretty good individually. Just for some reason we couldn't quite capture the title for our conference, but we did pretty good. One thing wasn't very fun when you went to tournaments like that, though, because you had to wrestle all day. The state tournament was like 3 days long, but we used to go to all-day tournaments. We'd have to wrestle 3 times in one day. Boy, that wasn't very much fun. Because they wouldn't feed you anything. You'd have poached eggs on toast, and then just bland stuff. That's all they would give you, because you had to go back and wrestle again. But then on the way home, they would always stop off, and we'd be able to eat someplace, and we eat pretty darn good then. Because we were all starving. Same way with coming back from football games too. We used to always stop off at the same place, it seemed like. I don't know how the coach used to get deals, but he must have got some kind of a deal from this one restaurant we stopped at all the time. It's pretty good food, but gee whiz, you know, it'd be kind of nice to have something different once in a while. we used to do all kinds of pranks to the guys on the bus too. On the way home, we'd beat each other up, and whoever fell asleep would get taped into their chair and then beat up. Just stupid things, you know, you used to do when you were a kid.
Didn't you say that some of the guys on your team, they'd eat so much at the buffets they'd kick them out?
Oh yeah, we used to go to Shakey's pizza place. We'd go in there and it'd be all you could eat for a certain amount of money, and we'd we'd be in there for you know, an hour or so, and they finally just wouldn't put out any more pizza because we were still there. They told us we had to leave. The buffet was closed and it was still supposed to be open, you know. So they'd throw us out. But you know, back then we used to go to places and eat. I'd eat a whole large pizza by myself and then go home and eat dinner like an hour later with my family, with my mom and dad and stuff. You burned it off. Ah, the good old days. Back when that was possible. Now I smell food, I get fat. Oh well, what are you gonna do? It happens to everybody at some point. Not much you can do about it.